Good afternoon, this is Darnell from Porsche Ocala. Just wanted to take a moment to show you the Porsche Macan. This one is a 2018. The Porsche Macan does come in a few different models. You have the Macan S, the Macan GTS, and the Macan Turbo. This one is the Macan. It's black with a black interior. This vehicle is powered by a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine that produces 252 horsepower, 273 pound-foot of torque. Very responsive 4-cylinder. It puts the power down through all 4 wheels and then through a PDK transmission, which is Porsche's double clutch. So it shifts extremely fast and very smooth, and it's a very luxurious feel with this vehicle because of the suspension setup and how they've tuned the transmission. Now if you look up front, there's quite a few things that some people don't know about the Macan. Starting up front, you have active flaps that are in your air intake, so the grill. Porsche calls it the air intake. So that's going to draw in air where it needs to be. There's channels in the hood that actually direct air to your intake system. And then when it closes up, it helps to reduce drag. This vehicle does come standard with xenon headlights and a 4-point LED daytime running lights. The way this vehicle is equipped, you do have the upgrade to that, which is the PDLS, Porsche Dynamic Light System. So you have the standard headlight with an additional cornering light. The whole idea behind the Macan was to kind of change the perspective on compact SUVs, so it doesn't drive like a traditional SUV, still has very sporty characteristics. This vehicle does have Porsche's entry and drive, so with that you get sensors on each door handle. That way you can unlock and lock the vehicle, as well as the ability to open the hatch without having to take your key out of your pocket. You just walk up to the back, and the button here on the windshield wiper, you press that and it's going to open the hatch, and it is a power tailgate as standard. Normally you would only have one button back here, but because it has the entry and drive, you have 2 buttons. The button on the right is going to not only close the hatch, but it will lock the vehicle as well. If you're unloading, that's very convenient for you. The normal button that will come on the hatch will allow you to program the height of the tailgate, so you can make it more convenient for you or for the garage that you'll be parking the vehicle in. You do have a 40-20-40 split with the seat, so you can bring the center down or have put down either side, so you can use the center as a pass-through. Dual exhaust in the rear, that way you get a very sporty look from the vehicle. Nice rear diffuser on the back of the vehicle. Parking sensors in the back as well as the front are standard on the Macan, plus the backup camera. This is the first production vehicle to get the 3D design taillights. Full LED. They got 4-point brake lights, just like you have 4-point LED daytime running lights. This vehicle does have the Bose surround sound system that comes with the Premium Package Plus. If you look back here, you have 3-zone climate control with the Macan. So that means that you have dual zone up front, and then you have these vents back here with that center toggle. The center toggle is going to allow you to make the rear part of the cabin a little warmer or cooler, and this does have the heated seats added on to it. You do have, as a standard option, a dual USB port in the back. That way your rear passengers can have their devices charged. The Macan has a very elegant interior, but still has a sporty feel. So if you look at it, you got a clock in the dash. Like I said, very, very elegant looking interior, but when you sit in it, the seats hug around you. It's very reminiscent of sitting into a Cayman with the instrument cluster. So going in here, you have your 3 gauges just like you would in a Cayman or a Boxster, where you have your speed on the left, your tachometer in the center, and then your TFT display on the right. This does have the PCM as standard, which is a touchscreen radio. It's Porsche Communication Management, so it's a touchscreen radio as standard. This one has the upgrade to the navigation. You have a proximity sensor that comes with this radio, so it's a very clean display right now, very clear. So once you get your hand close to the screen, the menu pops up with the necessary options that are for that screen that you're on. So here you have your center console. There's a lot of buttons on here, but it's all done for simplicity. Everything's laid out right there for you. Climate settings for the driver's side, and then you got climate settings for the passenger side. You got your vent controls, your hazards, your hill descent. Then as you go below that, you have your sport mode, which will change the throttle response, how the car shifts. Your PSM, which is Porsche Stability Management. You have your off-road mode, which is standard on this vehicle. Lane departure warning has become standard as of 2017 on the Porsche Macan. So that's a huge thing for a lot of people now, and Porsche's added it to the vehicle to be a standard option. You have your automatic start and stop as standard. So this is going to allow the vehicle to shut down the engine to save on fuel. And you can deactivate that if you wanted to by pressing the button that's here, or switching the car into the sport mode. So going back up here, you'll see that you have a very nice design for the steering wheel. It has a multi-function steering wheel, so it helps you control the necessary features in the vehicle, such as on the left side you have your volume control, you have a button to answer the phone, and then you have this button that you can customize. So as an example of the things that you can do to it, let's say you didn't like having the automatic start and stop feature on, you can set that button so that you can deactivate that function. You have your button here to hang up the phone, as well as your back button for the TFT display, and then the roller to control the TFT. So the TFT is going to have a lot of information displayed on it. This is the main screen here, where it's going to show you your oil temperature, your oil pressure, and your coolant temperature. And we'll cycle back around to this menu, but you have your audio function, your phone, so that once your phone is paired, you can see your contacts and call history, so you can dial out straight from the steering wheel. You have your map here. Let's zoom out a little bit, that you can change the layout of, just like you can on the PCM. If you go to another screen, you have your navigation menu. This is going to show you your previous destinations that were input into the system, and while you're utilizing the navigation, show you your turn-by-turn directions. You have your trip computer, your tire pressure, and it measures the tire pressure after you hit 15 miles per hour. You have your torque split. This is going to show how the power is being distributed between the rear and the front axle, and then back around to your main menu, where from here you'll be able to check your oil, set speed limit warnings, as well as access your settings. So this, again, makes it so that you don't have to take your hand off the wheel. Porsche was very smart in adding this to the vehicle. Once again, let's take a quick look at the interior. Very nice, comfortable seats. This vehicle is equipped with the 14-way power seat with the memory package, so you get the memory seats on both sides. The panoramic roof really opens up the interior on the vehicle. Then you have the memory settings on the passenger side, and then the memory settings on the driver's side. And the memory settings on the driver's side will allow you to save more than just the seat and steering wheel options. So let's take one more good look at the Porsche Macan from the side. A very sporty look. You see how the roof line kind of slopes back. They definitely wanted to make a raised up sports car, and Porsche's achieved that. Again, this is Darnell. I look forward to speaking to you soon. Thank you.